winter is the kind that I'm okay with.
Yeah. Yep. I thought that was. Yeah.
So what is your suit made out of?
Fireproof stuff. Technical terms. I don't remember what this particular one was. It's not. This one isn't Nomex. This is an old pair that they didn't want back anymore. Nomex was kind of nice stuff. I forget what this one was. This was a short-lived set of gear. We didn't like much. They replaced it soon after and didn't want it back, so it's the one I didn't have to turn in when I got done. You'll see, like I talked about, you know, it takes a little bit of time for it to get going the first time. We might as well figure out who our first victim is going to, first firefighter is going to be. And take a look at your fire extinguisher and make sure you know how to operate it. What's the acronym? PASS. What does it stand for? Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, okay? So I'll let it get going a little bit before you hit it the first time. You'll notice it takes a while for the fire to progress over the fuel, but then after that it'll go pretty fast, and I'll just resupply the fuel every once in a while.
Alright, so what we have here is we have, let's use up these loaners that they dropped off to us first, and then after we're done with those we can hit these CO2s underneath, I guess.
Don't be downwind from the fire.
Nope.
Fair breeze today, not too much, but a little bit. Anybody tell the fire department we were doing this?
No. There we go.
Hopefully nobody driving by dials 911. Why is there a Grand Rapids guy here? So you get to be first.
Sure.
So pull.
Yep, pull.
Okay. Got it. Little expansion going on there. You see that little ding? Alright. So that was a dry chem extinguisher. They work really slick. Wait till you get to the CO2s. That'll be a little bit more work. So you can even see that some of the stuff is still there. Some of the chemical is still there. And it kind of continues to put the fire out. Who's next? Notice it didn't take so long for it to progress this time. There you go. Sure. I might have to let this get going a little better. No, really, grab one of those CO2 extinguishers next, just for grins. Keep that one handy. Yeah, keep that one handy.
CO2 is a huge, huge
I just kind of
cones.
want you to see the difference. Now understand
That's a powder. That's a powder still.
Those are all extinguishers, right?
Yeah. See, it's got the big horn on it.
These are both Class B extinguishers, but you'll see probably a little bit of difference in how it operates. He's got a professional shirt on too. So. So you see the difference. That extinguisher will put it out, although that one was probably almost empty. Didn't have a good load in it, but now go ahead and grab the dry chem. Okay, you see the difference? So I kind of like the dry chem if I've got to fight a fuel fire. The air is carrying that CO2 away, and really what you have to do is try to separate the oxygen from the fuel with that cloud of gas that's going up and mixing with the air and blowing away and everything else. So in an outdoor situation with a puddle of fuel, I think I'd much rather have that dry chem, right? So it's a little bit better choice, but they are both considered, you know, at least BC. The dry chem is a ABC, and the CO2 is probably just a BC, I would guess. What does it say on it? That one be an ABC, right? ABC. Okay, how about that CO2? Do they call it an ABC or just a BC? Just a BC. So that doesn't work real well on like that trash can that's burning, or that whole bunch of stacks of pallets or something like that, right? Because the agent gets carried away and it just doesn't work as well, okay? We're having fun now though. Got the next victim. This is too easy.
That's the way it's supposed to be, right?
It is. It is supposed to be too easy. Yeah, a lot of times we've had almost all the CO2 extinguishers.
We've got some under the on the bottom of the cart.
Yeah, bring one of those out again.
Ooh, little tiny one.
Good thing I have steel toe.
Would it be better for CO2 to get as close to the fire as possible?
Kinda.
Well,
Like that answer?
kinda.
How close do you want to get to the fire? Maybe you can be part of it.
I don't want it coming back on me, but yeah, because if a lot of it is just blowing away, then it's not going to be effective. Like I say, inside the hangar or someplace like that where you don't have the breeze too, the CO2 will work a little better. It's all yours.
It's when you have black soot like that.
These are some seriously. It's
That's why I said you probably need to get as close as possible to
So
it.
now grab the real
Especially-
extinguisher and hit it with that.
Oh yeah, it's starting to pick up.
It's like nothing. The baking soda.
Now again, you know, if you had a fire in the cockpit, electrical fire, that kind of thing, you're still going to probably prefer the CO2. And how can we tell when he picks that up that it's CO2 extinguisher? And
By
not
the cone?
dry chem? The big horn on it, right? Okay. And that's